Hi! So, when I was getting myself ready to start this, I was getting really nervous. And so I hit the live button and it flipped the image upside down. And I was like, okay, let me try this again. So I turned it off and I turned it back on and it flipped it upside down again. And then I tried it again and then it was sideways. And then it was upside down again. And I'm like, okay. So I got my Palo Santo and I, smudged it. And I'm like, okay, please. And it's working now. I'm right side up. Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Maybe I'll blame the new moon energy. But it definitely got me out of my nervousness, so that's good. Okay, so for anyone that's watching the replay, and for my one current viewer, hi! My name's Colleen, and I'm a tarot reader and an oracle card reader, and I'm going to pull some cards for the week and talk about, what I'm feeling. Yeah, I know, me too. I'm so glad I got it sorted. I was like, no, does this mean I shouldn't be doing a reading right now? No. I just needed to get recentered and get the nervousness out. Okay. So I'm going to do like the weekly vibe reading, for everyone generally. And then after I go through that, then anyone that's watching, I will be more than happy to give you a reading for one question only. So, stay tuned for that. Okay, today is September 9th, and it's a new moon tonight in Virgo, and the sun's in Virgo. So this is a very interesting time. I feel like it's very hermit-esque, I guess you could say. I've definitely been getting into, like, alright, let's get the nitty-gritty details worked out on things that I want to do kind of energy, so I don't know if anyone else is kind of feeling that way too. When I was meditating before I went live, I was getting a big message for patience right now. Which is interesting because, Mars went direct and it's like green light, go, 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 go. And Saturn went direct and it's like get to work, But just like I said in the monthly reading, that I feel like the beginning of September is like we're taking small steps, We're getting our balance back from being in reflective mode for such a long time over the last couple months with all the eclipses and all that fun stuff and retrogrades. I mean, there's still retrogrades right now, but some of them are direct again. Anyway, so I'm definitely feeling like patience is definitely going to be warranted for this week. I do feel like we have been feeling this momentum start to push us a little bit. We're going to start to feel it a little bit more, but I definitely feel like slow and steady wins the race with what it is that we're trying to go for. So like Mercury recently went direct in August, and I felt like that was us being able to really articulate exactly what we want to go for next. And then we figured it out, and Mars is like, all right, you figured it out, good job, let's go for it, And so we're just gaining our footing, and like we are moving, but it's slow at first, and then, as the months progress, we'll pick up speed as we go. So just keep that in mind. Don't try to do everything all at once if that's something that is coming up for you. Patience, patience, patience. but I definitely feel like I'm seeing lots of smiles for this week. I'm feeling very lighthearted and joyful this week, despite the fact that we've got a hurricane coming our way on the East Coast for me. I'm in North Carolina right now, which also kind of makes me feel like this is, you know, along with patience comes preparedness. You know, we know what we want to go for, so let's, you know, gather everything that we need right now. Let's get prepared for the long haul, you know, and that's such a Virgo thing. You know, you want to get it right the first time. So you go slow, you know, you get everything together. You really make sure that you understand it completely before you really start to take off with it. So, yeah, and the oracle card I have that just flipped out is Autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. So, again, you know, things are coming together. We're definitely going to be feeling like we're getting closer to what it is that we desire. We're feeling the momentum, and you know, it says in the oracle card, it's going to come together in the fall. It's going to come together in the fall. And yes, maybe for some of us, it's starting to feel like fall, but technically it's not. But, you know, we're in the very beginning, shifting into that new season. So it's going to, you know, just patience. Just give it some time, and it'll all come together. So I'm also going to... I'm shuffling the tarot cards here. See if there's anything else that's coming up for this week, for the weekly vibes. Woo! Okay, we got two. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So, we've got the Tower reversed and the Four of Swords. So, I feel like we're tearing down. We're working on bringing our guard down. Like maybe we've been putting walls up and separating ourselves from each other. I do think that I mentioned that in some of the monthly readings. Definitely go check that out. My monthly readings are free on YouTube. You can look by your sun, moon, or rising sign, and then you can get the message, you know, that you need. But anywho, so for this week, that message of separateness is falling away, I feel. So I'm feeling like we are actively tearing down the wall that we have put up around us for the purpose of protection. That so those walls in the past may have worked for us to protect us from, you know, whatever it was that was, you know, affecting us in the past. So I feel like it's criticism, you know, feeling judged, you know, things like that. But in putting up those walls, we've kind of locked ourselves into this room with those judgments, with those criticisms, with those negative thoughts, and being stuck in our head for so long. Wow, this energy is crazy right now. This energy is crazy right now. I'm sorry. So we've built these walls, and, you know, we've put it around us and separated ourselves from other people. And in doing that, we get stuck in our own thinking, in our own thoughts, and, you know, self-judgment, self-criticism, things like that is coming up, you know, while we're stuck in this little self-imposed prison, you know, whether it's from other people or just on ourselves. But that is coming down. That wall is coming down now, whether it's by our own hands or, you know, being helped by our circumstances, by our environment, or the people around us are going to help us break down that wall. And I feel like it, you know, the Tower card sounds scary to lots of people, but I feel like this one is going to be torn down in a loving way, torn down in a way that connects you with people again, that gets you out of your shell. And I've definitely been feeling this. I don't know if you guys have people around me are like, I don't know why you don't just, you know, like, you're a really good artist. I don't know why you don't just paint all the time. You know, why do you hide these gifts that you have and stuff like that, you know? So you may have messages like that from other people, like, you know, you're so great at this, like, why aren't you doing this, or whatever you've done to, like, shut people away. Those walls are starting to come down, and this, I feel like this month is the month of regaining our self-esteem, our self-confidence, believing in ourselves again. As we're gaining that momentum, we're starting to feel like, yeah, okay, I can do this. Like, I don't know why I've been holding myself back for so long, but, you know, now it's time. Now it's time to start moving forward. And, you know, the self-love comes in. The self-love comes in. The self-care comes in as the walls start coming down. Wow, that was, like, really... that came through, like, you know, like, you gotta say this now. And I'm like, okay. So this is going to be a very good month, and a very intense, but in a good way, kind of week through this